Hi and welcome to the Market Alert for Monday the 15th of July 2024. So small caps break out the best week in 8 months with bonds and bullion big week on bad data. Rate cut expectations soared and Mag 7 stocks ended red on the week. And other news, stocks bid and dollar sold with PPI rear view ahead of Powell. So let's see what's going to happen this week. So today I don't think there's any economic news today, or is there? There is, yeah. Empire State today and Powell speaking, which obviously was what the previous article was alluding to there. And what have we got for the rest of the week? We've got core retail sales. We've got CPI for the UK this week. It's forecast to drop once again. Probably start to see interest rates fall in the UK if that is the case. Building permits, industrial production, claimant count for the UK as well there, and average earnings, and then into Europe, and not a lot else. ECB press conference this week. So a fairly quietish week, but apart from the UK CPI, which doesn't really influence the world, but certainly obviously policy here in the UK. So we'll see what happens there on Wednesday at 7 a.m. Right, let's have a look at the markets for Friday and some surprises. Well, not if you follow the Market Alert, there isn't. And we'll kick off with the Dow. So in the Dow, we have a new all-time high at 40,275, up from 40,054 from the previous all-time high. So again, no surprise there. Biden must be a very happy man as the markets continue to move to the upside in his favour. No doubt, in my mind, supported by some assistance from BlackRock. Anyway, conspiracy theories aside, the market pulling back before the close, profit taking down to the DP, but overnight the market above this and not too far off the all-time high there as well. So depending on today's news, market has a good chance of getting back through the highs and continuing to make all-time highs. German DAX heading back to the all-time high as well of 18,000 and let's just see what the number is, 18,921. Up on Friday, we've got a few other bits of resistance to take out along the way there as well. But it won't take a lot to actually do this. We've got Friday's high. We've got the previous high, which you can see there is actually quite interesting. Now I've clicked on there. Let me just drag this one over as well so we can see what we've got there. So we've got 18,779 and 18,785. So there's resistance here. This is where the selling took place last time. We saw the market trade down to 89. So watch these two areas here if the market does move to the upside today. And the easiest way to monitor that, of course, is to look at Friday's high in the charts, which you will see there. So we had a pullback, an 89% retracement. Markets move lower, and we're sitting on the, below the close, not sitting on it, below the close. We've got the DP, the 50 EMA, and the psychological level there of 18,650. Meanwhile, on Friday, of course, we saw the market move up, and then we had the PPI numbers, the market then following the US to the upside there. And the theme continues with the S&P making another all-time high at 5655.8. And in the 30-minute chart, again, you can see markets were quiet. We kick off at 2:30 in the cash. We retest the low for Thursday, and then off we go all the way up, creating a new all-time high. At the moment, we see the market sell off to the 50 EMA and Friday's DP, but finding support at the DP that's in the chart for Friday. So the market needs to close above the 20-bar moving average. It's above the 5-bar moving average there, and looks like we could be having another run back to the upside. Interesting selling, though, in both the S&P and also the Dow for Friday there. In the FT 100 market, still stuck in a range, not a lot to report there at all. And 30-minute chart showing that we had a response to the upside to begin with in the day. Nothing to follow through with the US S&P or the Dow, and overnight the market is just sitting on the close as well. The low's not too far away, so the weaker of all of the indices is definitely the FT100, no doubt waiting for those CPI numbers to be released on Wednesday as well. Meanwhile, in the US dollar, hammered down on Friday, but still finding support at this level here, which is, let's have a quick look, see what it is. The low here is 103.35. So the market picking up support there at the moment and bouncing off this overnight as well as Friday session as well before the close of trade. So good news for the metals, except for silver, which actually moved lower with the dollar. So again, rig market, this should have an inverse relationship. Just goes to show the power that these derivatives have in suppressing the price of silver. That said, the market being allowed to move up in Asia, as I record. So you can see there, market hammered down, allowed to come back up with the PPI, and then forced back down before the close. Overnight, the market moving higher. As I say, it's up in Asia trading session at the moment and attempting to move higher. It's got to get through $31 again in order to move higher. So good luck with that when there's not really any news today. Meanwhile, in gold, different bull game. Market being allowed to move up inside bar from Thursday's session as well. Inside meaning it's below the high and greater than the low of Thursday. Overnight, Asian trades seeing the price of gold moving high. You can see the shakeout there. You can see the buying coming in there. And unlike silver, was allowed to move higher and above the close, and the DP on the overnight session there as well. So this is going to have a massive impact in the gold-silver ratio. So let's take a look at this. And yeah, plain to see. That's what you call manipulation of the silver price. Gold allowed to move higher, silver not, crushed, and then you can see the spike in the gold-silver ratio. That said, this is actually starting to fall down slightly on the overnight there, which is shown by the red bar. In the Far East and London was fixed at 30.72 and 34.52. So that's around, let's have a quick calculation there. I would say it's about $3.80 for the difference between the Far East physical and the derivatives in, well, not London, because London's physical as well, but it's fixed using or supported by the London fix with derivatives if they want to manipulate the market. Okay, let's have a quick look at Friday's trading session. So the market up in the pre-cash session there and above the high. Market opened, as you'll see in a second, with a big spike to the upside, straight up to the R1, but not holding, and then the market giving a potential sell signal. This moving down, and then we get the market coming back. The buy signal, if I just rewind there, you'll see wasn't filled. So despite that, the market moving lower, and then finding support at the 200 MA and the psychological level there before turning around slightly, coming back again, finding support at this level, but managing just to go down and retest the low to the left before prices then found support and started to make their way back above the 200 MA psychological level, and then the averages all lining up as prices move back above Thursday's high and back to the R1. So a choppy start to the session before the market then got into a sideways move and started to move lower. You can see the 200 MA supporting prices there once more. Price is trying to get back above the high. Once back above the high, they were settled for the most of the morning, then sideways waiting for the PPI numbers, and the market back to the high, and the 200 MA spiked to the downside with the news, and then prices once again moving back. And again, notice how powerful these levels are, the high, the 200 MA, etc., in supporting prices. Then we traded into the US afternoon. More news as prices then continued to the upside with the move of the Dow and the S&P trading up to all-time highs, and the German DAX following suit there before prices started to pull back a bit at 5 p.m. So overnight, let's just squeeze up the charts and have a look, see where we are, and we can get a good idea of where we're likely to go. At the moment, in the 2-minute chart, we're below the 200 MA. This has been a bit of a resistance. We've also got the close above. That said, below is the DP. The market's had a bit of a shakeout there. So we're above the DP, which is bullish, but not above the 200 MA yet, so a bit mixed there. We need to get above the 200 MA in order to take out the high and the close, and also the psychological level, which is in between there. If we compress the chart a bit further, you can see we're a lot further off the low there, which is currently 200 points away, and it's also got the DP in the way there to support prices. So at the moment it's looking a bit more hopeful for the upside, but don't be surprised if you get a shakeout or a further shakeout to the downside before they bring the market back to trap a few shorts. Okay, that's it for this one, and let's see what happens during today. So as ever, thanks for watching. See you in the next